Karen Prime flexed her tastefully manicured hand into a fist. She wasn't born Karen, of course. She became Karen through force of will. By defeating all other Karens, she had attained the title of Karen Prime, the ultimate Karen. And Karen Prime was furious. She got up from the floor and blew out the candles she had been using for her daily purification ritual. She selected a crystal for the day, rose quartz, and tucked it into the pocket of her cream-colored linen slacks. The world called for help. Karen Prime answered it was go time. Karen Prime pulled up in front of the Suburban sporting goods store in her gleaming white Toyota Highlander. She carefully removed and stored her prescription sunglasses in their case, then exited the vehicle. The heels of her sensible beige pumps clacked assertively on the pavement as Karen Prime strode into the store. She planned to push the door open with a dramatic flourish. She was disappointed when it detected her approach and whooshed open on its own. Karen Prime entered the store and stopped beside a display of new running shoes. The store smelled like new tarps and fresh soccer cleats. She put her hands on her hips and loudly proclaimed, "I need to speak to the manager right now." A store clerk stared at her in terror from behind the sales counter. He was a tall, rangy kid with a floppy haircut, barely out of high school. Karen Prime narrowed her eyes and watched the clerk's face. Sure enough, the clerk's elevated cortisol levels betrayed him. For just a moment, she saw his pupils transform into vertical slits as his third eyelid flickered across his eyes. This was no mere sales clerk. He was part of the Reptilian conspiracy. Karen Prime had seen it all before. "I'm the manager," he whimpered. Then he stood up tall, squared his shoulders, took a deep breath, and said it again, this time with confidence. "I'm the manager." Karen Prime knew his confidence was false. As flimsy as a wet paper bag struggling to hold a 12-pack of LaCroix, she was about to pick up that paper bag and tear it to shreds. She smiled at the thought, relishing this moment. "I understand you tried to tell a customer to buy a different bike," she said. She stepped closer to read his name tag. Chad. Chad seemed to find his footing. "Yes, ma'am. Some little boy wanted to buy a girl's bike for himself?" he snorted. Karen crossed her arms over her chest and stared. Chad withered beneath her glare. "Gender is a social construct," Karen informed him. "It's not your business which bike a kid buys." "I mean, it literally is my business," Chad said. He cringed, as if seeing the error of his words too late to stop them. "And it is my business," Karen Prime countered, her voice dropping to a dangerous register, "to ensure that the reptilian cabal hiding in plain sight does not impose their toxic binary constructs upon the children of this suburb. You seek to police gender where you should be policing price gouging and unsanitary changing rooms." She advanced 2 more steps, forcing Chad to take a half step back, hitting the counter. "Furthermore, Chad," she continued, leaning slightly over the counter, invading his personal space, "I noticed your poor posture, your lack of genuine eye contact, and the fact that you haven't offered me a bottle of purified alkaline water in the last minute. This tells me everything I need to know about your commitment to customer service and human, or rather, humane values." She pulled out her phone, holding it aloft. "I will be leaving a scathing 1-star review detailing your discriminatory sales tactics and your obvious lack of training in contemporary social awareness. I will also be sharing this account on my community Facebook page, Suburban Warriors for Justice, which has 27,000 dedicated members, all of whom understand that today's bike choice is tomorrow's freedom." Chad visibly paled, his confidence evaporating entirely at the mention of a 1-star review in the dreaded Facebook group. He stammered, "Ma'am, please, I was just following store policy. Look, I can discount that bike for you right now, 50% off, and I'll get you the water. Fiji, is that okay?" Karen Prime slowly lowered her phone, allowing a small, victorious smirk to play across her lips. "Fiji is adequate, Chad, and you will personally apologize to the customer in question and ensure he receives the bike he desires, free of charge. Consider this your first lesson in proper human interaction." She watched as Chad scrambled to retrieve a water bottle and key into the register. her rose quartz crystal pulsing gently in her pocket. The world was safe for one more day. The ultimate Karen had prevailed. Be sure to like and subscribe for more tales of Karen Prime.